Okay. So let's invite people who I can see down here. It's given me some non-biz mums, which is not very helpful. And that's it. Wonderful. Hey, okay, right. So I'm just testing out this new feature to share my screen. But I've just realised that I can only share my screen. And it won't let you flip back in two, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, so but it doesn't matter because I wanted to do a combination of talking and sharing screen. But never mind. So I am here. I'm just going to go into the group and try and send out a couple more invitations off my iPad. So just bear with me a second. And then I'll be able to see what you can see, which is just loads of that screen, which is a little bit weird. Okay, not to worry. Right. So let me just, that's it, right. Okay. It's all a learning process, isn't it? It's not really great though, because if you go off the Facebook screen, you can't see any of the comments or anything anyway. So I don't know. I don't know the best way around this. Okay, not to worry though. It's fine. So I hope you're all good. Hope you're having a great day. So today is our Tuesday training and we are starting off our review of 2017 and our planning for 2018. So today is all about looking back first of all before we start to look forward. So we are going to be reviewing 2017 and I'm going to show you a way that I have been doing that and whether you want to do a similar thing or whether you have kept a diary. Could be something that you could do and you can look back over that, or it's something that maybe you could think of doing throughout 2018 and start to keep Claire, yeah, it's a bit psychedelic, isn't it? I'm trying to share my screen, but if I go on to something else, so I'm going to go on to Canva in a minute, so this is what I want you to see, but then I can't see all of your comments and everything, so that's a bit annoying. So I'm having to have it on that at the moment. It is like looking at all the little faces that are coming across. That's quite funny. So yeah, it's not ideal really, this screen sharing on Facebook, because you can't, I've just realised as well, just learned a second ago, that you can either screen share or you can either do your video. You can't flick between the two. So I wanted to start off talking and then I wanted to go into a screen share, come back out and carry on talking. Can't do that. So yeah, this is what we're left with. But it's fine. So just give me a couple more minutes while I just send out these invitations on my iPad. So yeah, so we're going to be looking at reviewing your 2017. So why is it important to do this to start off with? Okay, so it's important to review your year because first of all, it's nice just to look back and to think, wow, okay, yeah, actually some really good stuff has happened this year, or, you know, maybe some challenging stuff has cropped up, or, you know, but you've overcome it, you've survived, you're here. So, you know, celebrate that. And when I've been doing this, I was doing a lot of it over the weekend. I was like, oh yeah, actually, gosh, like loads of really like fun stuff has happened this year. And I kind of just thought it was a bit of a meh, it's been all right year, but actually I was like, no, actually this has been like a rocking year. It's been really good. But if I hadn't have reviewed it and looked over it, then I wouldn't have appreciated that. And I think that's really important. Another part of what we're going to be looking at in a minute as well is, which is even more important, is your lessons from the year, what you've learned, what you're going to leave behind in 2017 and what you're going to take with you into 2018, do more of. So just bear with me while I just finish doing this, and then we will crack in. Okay. Oh, congratulations! Sarah's been a travel counselor for a year today. Yay! Happy business birthday to you. Oh, well done. That's fab. Such a good milestone. You can do this. Yay. Okay, right, cool. That'll do. So, okay, so what I've been doing to review my year is I have, at the weekend, I started to scroll back through my Facebook feed, because for me, my Facebook feed is pretty much where I share everything. So for you, though, it could be different. You might share things on Instagram, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, or wherever, or a combination. So I just started to scroll back through and picked out some of my favourite moments. So as you can see here, we've got January, so we had our first Team BizMums call of the year. Oh no, I've moved that. I didn't want to do that. Of the year, I went to my first BizMums of the year, which was in Widnes. Me and my girls went to Shrewsbury BizMums. Just thought it was a little cute picture because they look so different now, and just remembering our little girly Wednesdays that we used to have that we don't have anymore, which made me feel a little bit sad. And I was going to gymnastics, and I just remember them being so naughty that day and me having to drag them out. So I kind of, it's like bittersweet, isn't it? You remember the good times and you think, oh, actually, yeah, they weren't actually that much fun. This is a big moment for me in January 2017. Those of you that remember them will remember the chair upgrade. That was a big thing. And yeah, so I got my new chair, which was quite exciting. As you can see from the difference. I found a piece of paper that I'd written a number of years ago, just saying about all the things that I wanted, and actually I'd achieved all of those, so that was like pretty emotional. We went to Llandudno. Tim was doing football there, and we had our first ice cream by the sea. I interviewed our first guest expert of the week, which was great because that started off something really exciting. So yeah, so I've gone through and I've taken these images. I've done one for February. So February was Harrison's birthday. That was me and Tim celebrating 8 years of being parents. We went to Legoland in Manchester. That was my birthday. We went out and Tim and the kids were watching the football on my chair, which I wasn't happy about. And my new relaxing thing for the bath that Tim got me for Valentine's Day. And when I went to a Sue France event with my lovely friend Tara. And yeah, so just gone through really and just picked out my favourite moments. So this was March. Well, this is a bit of more February because we had a really bad chicken pox, and then going into March with the BCAs, and we got the BizMugs, and it was half term, and I went out with lovely Stacey, and Harrison was really miserable. So you know, all these pictures really, really for me, that was International Women's Day. That's when we started to do our patio. That was Mother's Day. So all these pictures spark off a memory for me. And some funny ones. That's when Tim was doing our patio. That's when Izzy drew all over her face at the start of the Easter holiday. And I love because that just shows the difference between the three of them all throughout the different years. And do that. That's when Tim finished our patio. Yay! So yeah, so just really like wow, you know, going through, going, oh my gosh, yeah, look at all this. Look at what we've done this year. You know, Tim had finished football. We had the South Wales Big Networking. I was a speaker at Nantwich. That was really good. We went on holiday to Tenby. So just reviewing all this stuff is just a really nice way of going through and just putting them into pictures. So then you can, but you don't have to do pictures if you don't want to. You can just make some notes. So in your workbook, I just bring that up. So in your workbook, you have space here. If you haven't downloaded it yet, the link is in the pin post, but I will post it in this afterwards. So you've got a space here to write notes if you want to use this workbook and reflect on your memories. But you can also, on this part as well, you can write down any lessons that perhaps you've learned have popped up for you throughout the different months. And then, you know, you can maybe take this forward into 2018 as well and start to do this on a monthly basis and keep a note, because we forget things. And I remember it's something that I think I want to do. I might put something together for us, because in 2012 I had my best year ever. I'm just going to pop back over to the comments. Okay. Yeah, 2012, I remember Harrison he just turned 3. He just started nursery, and so he was going to nursery part-time. I was working part-time as well, and I was just getting my head back out of the fog of babyhood. And yeah, I was so focused, and every time I had a success, I created a success planner. I've got it somewhere. And it was the year that I ran a 10K. It was my sister's wedding, it was Tim's best friend's wedding, it's Tim's sister's wedding. We had just an amazing year. I got pregnant with Isabella. It was like a rocking year. And we always refer back to 2012 being like the year that we were on point. And I wrote down all my successes of that year, and I can remember doing that. And it was just a really good thing to do each month, just to go, right, yeah, what's been good, or when it happened. So I think it's something we do. Obviously, do the Success Sunday, but you could just keep that as an actual physical note, or you could go back through the Success Sundays if you write on them as well. You could have a look on there. However you want to do it, however you want to kind of track your progress and review the year. But another thing that's really important as well is looking at your lessons, like I said. And what have you learned this year that you want to take forward into 2018 and do more of? What have you learned this year that you want to leave behind, and that actually you think, yeah, I need to do less of that in 2017, or actually I just need to completely park it and leave it in 2017? And I've had quite a few mindset shifts this year, and they've only really come into my mind since I've been thinking about this, and realizations, really. One of the big ones for me has been that up until now, really, I've been striving for probably what is an impossible goal, which can sound a little bit depressing, but once you get your mind around it, it's actually okay. And that's what I've had to do. It's definitely a mindset shift. So one of my big things that I do, and I know we're all very guilty of this, is that I move the goalposts a lot. And I found that I've done that this year. And despite the fact that, you know, the business has doubled and all the rest of it, and all really exciting stuff has happened, I still haven't I don't wake up in the morning and feel like, yep, everything's all fine and all the rest of it, and that, you know, there's like butterflies flying around my head and everything's perfect, because that's not real life. And it's just coming to the conclusion that I've had is that actually that's not ever going to happen. There's always going to be challenges, there's always going to be things that you're going to have to deal with, you're always going to be stretching and learning and growing, and that's the part of the process. And actually becoming okay with that, and actually not being anxious and not thinking and being frustrated, which is my biggest thing, and being frustrated and thinking, oh, why is everything not working? Why is everything not going right? Because actually it really is. And actually it's fine. You're never going to be in a situation where everything is going to be perfect. And I think we kind of are wishing and hoping for that to happen. And as long as it doesn't happen, we're hard on ourselves, and we need to stop doing that. We need to accept that the challenges will come up because we need to learn, because we need to grow. It's helping us to move forward, and it's okay. The feelings that we have, and we feel anxious, or we feel like worried and stuff like that, that's the uncomfortable feelings that help us to stretch and grow again. And, you know, the bigger the business, the bigger the problems, the bigger the responsibilities, the more there is to manage. So as much as we want to grow and we want all this, actually then it comes with other things as well. And so that's what I've had to get my head around this year. It's like, oh, okay, but that's okay, actually. And as I always say, if it was easy, everyone would do it. And it's not. And it's appreciating the highlights, appreciating the benefits that we have for working for ourselves, and taking the rough with the smooth. And I don't want to sound like really like depressing and like anyone to get like unmotivated by me saying this, because it's the reality of things. And I had probably up until, you know, recently actually really been looking for a magic, you know, a magic silver bullet that was just gonna, that was the thing that was gonna make everything okay. And actually I've realized that that's not the case. And I've spent a lot of money this year, and I've spent a lot of time working with other people and looking for solutions outside of myself, when actually I have all the answers. I know what I need to do. So in 2018, I just need to crack on and do it, and stop getting distracted, and stop looking for magic solutions that I don't actually need. So that's been my big revelations into this month, really. But I feel so much more contented, which is my big thing that I always want to feel, in that knowledge and in that trust that everything is okay, and that actually I have everything that I need to achieve everything that I want to achieve, if I just stop getting distracted and stop looking outside for other people for their answers. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Let's just have a quick look at the comments. So if we feel that everything is perfect and we're not striving more, that means we stop growing as people. Yes, exactly, Alex, definitely. Let me just quick, I can't, it's not letting me scroll back up the comments either on the desktop. Oh, there it is. Let's just have a quick. Morning, Diane from East Yorkshire. So if you want to share, what's your highlights been of the year? That's what I was going to ask you. If you want to share in here, but every day, so today, I've scheduled a post. It's going to be coming out at 10 o'clock in a minute, and it's going to ask you to share your highlights from, and your lessons, if you want to share that as well, because there's so much power in us sharing this with each other. That's why I wanted to share that with you, and any more that kind of crop up for me, I will share as well. That there's so much power in us sharing our lessons with each other as well, because other people will resonate with that as well. So yeah, if we feel that everything, yeah, exactly, and that's it. It's about, you know, you get stagnant, don't you, if you're not learning and growing, but we kind of think, oh no, something else now that's going to push us and push us and push us. But that's always going to happen if you want to keep growing, and it's okay. And once you get your head around that, then that's absolutely fine. So yeah, so on the post at 10 o'clock today is going, there'll be a post at 10 o'clock every morning. So today it's looking at reviewing your January, February and March. Tomorrow it's April, May and June. Thursday, July, August, September. And then Friday, October, November, December. I think on Monday I've scheduled one which is about your lessons of the year, but you could put them in throughout as well if you want to, however you want to do it. And again, you know, just let's all celebrate our year. Let's look at our lessons. Let's help each other have some aha moments as well. Hannah's put, my quote for the year: stop trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. In other words, keep remembering to go with my strengths instead of trying to change my personality. Exactly. We are all unique. Like, Hannah, you're amazing, and every single one of you has got your uniqueness, and no matter what you're doing in your business, that's your superpower. No one else will do what you're doing the way that you do it, and we then try and change and do things differently because because we're told that, you know, oh, you need to do it this way, you need to do it that way, and if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, and that's absolutely fine. But as a team, like all of us together can help each other as well. So if your strengths aren't in a certain thing, but that's something that you feel like you have to do, there'll be other people that can help you to do it as well, so you don't need to struggle. That's a massive shift. Thank you, Claire. Yes, I feel like so much more centered and grounded in myself now, that I'm like, yeah, okay, it's okay. Louise, my big thing this year has been getting over my fear of videos, live videos, and constantly getting out there each week. Well, you've blew and smashed that, Louise, for sure. And that's it, yeah, as well. Looking back, like, what do you set out to achieve this year, and how's that gone? And have you got distracted? And if so, why? And yeah, you know, what do you need to make different in 2018? And we're going to be looking then next week at your vision for 2018, and we're going to keep this quite broad. We're going to keep it quite you know, we're not going to get, we want to get specific, but also have flexibility within that. So we're not going to micromanage it, you know. We're just going to look at our overall vision for 2018 and look at the things that we want to be different, but without being attached to the how. And I think that's really important, because having that flexibility to be open to opportunities, having that flexibility to just trust that whatever is right for us will happen, then that's really magical. And but then taking a massive action in the direction that we feel is right for us at the time, but then watching out for those signs and those little nudges and those little pushes, and if we're facing resistance, being aware of that. And if we're getting into flow, then just going with the flow, baby. So in a minute you can start posting if you want to, or whatever you want to. If you want to do it, like I've had a bit of a head start because I knew what we were doing, so I've got mine, so I'm going to start posting mine anyway to share with you guys, but as a bit of inspiration. And then you can catch up, you know, if you want to do it the weekend and post it the weekend, then that's absolutely fine. I'd love to see all your highlights of the year, and I you know, and your lessons too, because there's so much that we can all learn from each other. So have an amazing day. Thank you so much for watching my psychedelic screen. And I'm hoping that soon Facebook will improve their live with screen sharing functionality a little bit, because it's not ideal, is it? But there we go, not to worry. And one of my things to do in January is to upgrade our Zoom to the webinar version, so I can live stream from Zoom, so I can do it that way instead, so it's all good. Okay, have an amazing day, and I will be back with you on Friday. We have our lovely Stacey with you on Thursday, and we have our guest member of the week tomorrow, our featured member of the week tomorrow. So have an amazing time, and I will see you all very soon. Thank you, bye bye.